Okay, so just like I stated in the previous video, in this particular video, we're going to be discussing the things we need to do and the things that we need to avoid in order to make this trading strategy work out well. Now, the first thing we need to avoid doing is we need to avoid trading 1 hour before the release of forex news, and we need to avoid trading 1 hour after the release of forex news. I know some of you will be a bit confused here because you might have read elsewhere that they say it's best to take advantage of the forex news releases, and that's a fundamental analysis. But in the case of binary options, and especially with this strategy, trading during the release of forex news is very dangerous and is not so good. It favors the forex guys, those who trade forex, because they happen to set their stop loss and take profits. And when the news occurs, the prices fluctuate a lot. And if they set their take profit right, the candlestick will touch their take profits and they make their money. But with binary options, like I indicated to you, the trend doesn't matter much. What matters much is your entry rate and the pip difference when the expiry occurs. So from my analysis and from my trading experience, I've realized it's not best to trade 1 hour before the release of forex news and 1 hour after the release of forex news. Now, I will take you through the process where you can get to know when the forex news is going to be released in order to avoid trading 1 hour before the time and 1 hour after the release of the forex news. Now, you need to really avoid this particular thing, avoid trading during the release of forex news. Now, the second thing that you need to do is you need to practice good money management strategy. Good money management strategy. Now, this strategy works best if you practice good money management strategy. Just like every trading strategy, it is bound to fail at some point in time. You're not going to win all your trades all the time. You will lose at some point in time. But if you practice good money management strategies, you will minimize your losses and you'll be able to recover your losses in order to make profits. So someone will ask, what is a good money management strategy? A good money management strategy is when you invest at least 1% of your capital, your overall capital per trade. So assuming your broker accepts $25 per trade, that means that when you are investing your overall capital, when you are depositing into your account, you're supposed to deposit at least $2,500, so that when you invest just 1% of $2,500 will be $25, so that at least you could have enough cushion behind to enable you recover your losses. But I know most of you do not have this kind of money to spare, so I will recommend that if you don't have much to invest, in order to risk just 1% of your capital, I will recommend that you invest the minimum, which is $250, or you could go up and put in about $500 overall capital. But what I would advise is any form of investment less than $2,500, I will recommend that you take only one trade a day. Just take one trade a day, irrespective of the outcome. Be it you winning or you losing the trade, just accept it and do not take any further trade for that day. So if you take the trade and you win, you leave it as that, and then that's it for the day. If you take a trade and you lose, you leave it as that, and that's it for the day. Or the last you want to do is trade based on emotions, trade based on fear, and end up wiping out your account within the next 24 hours. So I would advise that if you have an overall capital of less than $2,500, just take one trade a day. And if you do have an invested capital to the tune of $2,500, I would advise that you take a trade during the course of the day but be willing to lose your account, I mean the amount, be willing to risk 4% of your overall capital per day. So in this case, you're willing to risk $100 per day. So you can keep trading until the $100 mark is reached. That's in case you do lose your trade to $100 into the tune of $100, then you stop trading for that day. But if you do not lose your money to the tune of $100, you can keep trading, provided the signals keep occurring until the day is over. So that's the advice I will give for that. Now I am gonna go onto my browser and then I will show you how to get the forex news. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna give an illustration of how to check forex news release dates and times in order to avoid trading 1 hour before the news and avoid trading as well 1 hour after the news. Now, where we're gonna go to is daily www.dailyfx.com/calendar. Now that's where we get our information from, and that's what you do every day. You do this every day before you start to trade. Make sure you go and check if it's gonna be a forex news release or not. Get to know the times before you start your trading session. The last thing you want to do is hop straight to your charts, analyze and take a trade only to realize it's going to be a news release in the next 2 hours, or it's going to be a news release in the next 1 hour or the next 30 minutes, because that could have a huge impact on your your trade, the profitability of a trade. So let's go straight to the browser and then let me show you how you can uh, do the check. Okay, so we'll go to dailyfx.com/calendar. So it's gonna open. So this is how it looks like. It's still loading up here. My internet is a bit slow. I just hope it moves up fast. Okay, it's still loading. Okay, I think it's done. So this is how the page looks like. So these are news for all forex currencies. This is how the page looks like. So what you do is you come here and then the time frame, that's the current time. This GMT, what I'm looking at is GMT, and most brokers, from what I've noticed, and especially with a broker I'm going to recommend to you, they usually have the times in GMT. So I will recommend that you check your broker site to see the time zone that your broker finds themselves. If it's GMT, make sure you leave it at GMT. That'll be good. Make sure you leave it at GMT. So that is how it actually works. Alright. So what you do is you come to filter. Now this filter, and then you cross check. Now if your broker, alright, for instance, right now, I mean, if you are trading Euro USD only, you're not trading other currencies. Usually I traded Euro USD. So when I come to filter, I will take out the Japanese yen, British pound, Swiss franc, the Audi, the Canadian dollar, and all these Chinese yens, and rest I take them off. I'm not interested in the medium news because they have little, the medium and low importance. They have little impact on the market. So I'm just in the high importance level news. They have a great impact on the market. So I go for the high, and then click on apply, and then it loads. All right. Now, if you wanna get the news for the week, so you have an idea and forecast how things are going to be, you click on this week up here, and to give you all the news for the week. It will give you all the news for the week. Okay, to give you all the news for the week. So this is on Tuesday, 27th October, Wednesday, that's tomorrow, Thursday, that's going to be another news release for the USD, news release for the Euro, and all that. And then Friday as well, there's going to be a news release. Now, if I want the news releases for today, so what I do is when I come first, then I do as a filtering in the morning before I take my trades. I then come to today to get is there going to be any news release today. So today, for instance, there was a news release at 12:30 GMT and 14 o'clock GMT. So mean in this case, I'll avoid taking any trade that will expire after 11:30 GMT, and I'll avoid taking any trade that will expire within 12:30 GMT, and also avoid taking any trade that will expire at 1:30 before 1:30 GMT. I only take a trade after 1:30 GMT. But here's the case: there is going to be an news release at 14 o'clock. That's at 13 GMT period. There's going to be another news release at 14 o'clock GMT. So in this case, I will avoid taking a trade at 13 o'clock GMT, and I will avoid taking any trade at before 15 o'clock GMT. So if I'll take my trade today, then I will take a trade right from morning, which will expire before 11 o'clock, 11:30 GMT, and I'll continue trading after 15 o'clock GMT. That's how you take a trade. So this is how you use this to make an informed decision. Alright? In order to avoid trading 1 hour before the news and one after the news. I hope you got this point very clear. If you have any questions or any difficulties, just let me know. Alright? So that'll be it. Alright, so I'll see you in the next video, and then we'll wrap up things in the next video. Alright, so see you in the next video.